And I am live. Okay, I should have gotten my water. Okay. We're going to see if they send out my notification. I'm going to give it a few seconds. I am pretty sure I made this public. If the notification does not go out, I am still going to record the reading and then you guys can do playback. Okay? And hopefully I made it public. I am hoping I made this public. Hey, sweetie, how are you? Hi, everybody. I am checking in. So today's like a daily vibration type, ancestral vibe type. I don't know if anybody else is feeling this energy. Um, yeah, this energy is definitely popping. Um, definitely popping. I don't know what you're picking up over there, only, but I am. Uh, I caught myself today. Yeah, yes, I think that's that Mars energy that Kim was talking about. I literally, hey Kimberly, I literally caught myself today as I went through a transition of coming out of my Zen space, right? But I didn't sit in it long, right? But I had a spaz out moment this morning. I mean, yeah, and it was not pretty. And looking back, because I had time to reflect on it already for the day, it made my son nervous. And, so I kind of transferred my irritation or frustration, towards his direction. So yeah, so there's a lot of being pressed. There's a lot of provoking energy in the atmosphere, and let's talk about this Lionsgate energy. Let's talk about this Lionsgate. Only I had to. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I actually feel in this energy also. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. I actually feel in this energy also I am more aware of my fears. I am more aware of other people's projections. So I'm calling things out. I'm not letting things slide. So there's no more passes. Like I'm dealing with things as they come in the forefront. What I am watching, however, is how um because we're also that's why you got fired up. No more passes. Because I'm also paying attention to, hey Jasmine, yeah, I'm also paying attention to make sure that I'm not reacting but I'm taking action, because sometimes you react in your emotions and you speak words or you speak things into that atmosphere that can come into fruition, not so much for other people but for yourself. And I caught myself this morning. So I can still speak my truth and not give passes, but I also don't have to allow myself to get pulled out of my balance, my place of balance, right? um I find that in this energy, let me just tell you guys off the back. Okay, so when we step into this Lion's Gate energy, I want you guys to know that just the month of August, okay, because just popping off, and today is my 1 year anniversary of launching my business, and following and pursuing my gift full time. So I am very super proud of myself. Hey, Nancy, committed for a year. So today's the year's anniversary. Um, Patreon is now up and running. So if you guys want to view any of the extensions for any of the monthlies, you'll be able to find it there. I am going to do an ancestral message today, okay? Because this came through last night. I just was tired and I couldn't get. Thank you, Lancy. I was just tired and I couldn't get to it. But these cards have been sitting on the table from since last night. I have been in meditation, receiving the message from since last night. I am going to explain to you today. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ashanti. I appreciate it. I am going to explain to you guys what's going on energetically now. Okay. As far as the planets are concerned. Okay, so I'm going to explain that to you intuitively, the message that's been coming through. I am also going to explain to you what your position should be in this season. Okay, like I'm honestly, y'all, like if I put on my little because I got a headache and my hair is not done, and if I put on my bonnet, Kelly's gonna have a speech with me because she's gonna say that's like tacky. You know, but this scarf is really like irritating my head, but my hair is in knots right now. um and so I'm going to explain to you guys collectively where we are energetically, what you need to know about your positioning. um Yes, 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 Danielle. Danielle just text me. I was going to take a nap. I am not going to be on here. I have to jump off at 3:30 because I have a class at 3:30, okay? And then we'll talk about this a little bit in the class, guys, at 3:30 too, okay? The poll that I'm doing today, you guys will be able to find this on Patreon if you're a member, okay? You will be able to find these type of poll monthly on Patreon. I will be speaking to the ancestors monthly on Patreon. That's where you're going to find these polls, okay? So let's just start off, right? Let me talk about the energy. Let me tell you guys what's happening. You all know the Lions Gate energy is coming in. I keep calling it the fucking ninth gate energy, and that is not by mistake, okay? I keep calling it the ninth gate energy, and I don't feel like that's by mistake because 9 represents completion, right? So I kind of feel like we're dead smack in completion of old, stepping into the new, but it's kind of like a shedding and a testing of making sure that you've gotten rid of the things that you no longer need, okay? Now, if I can be really, really honest with you guys, this is going to be a testing season, or really a testing month, okay? This month is going to be very high in energy, very action driven. It's also going to be filled with what the word that's coming up for me to be able to articulate this is volatile, okay? So there is going to be some volatile energy in the atmosphere, all right? Now, I want you guys to understand, this can pop off in many different ways because you know that the people that are close to you are really the ones that trigger you, okay? So you guys have to be mindful of this. This energy, like I'm not playing. I'm not playing. This energy could literally cost, make or break relationships, okay? This energy could literally make or break literally people's lives, okay? We're talking about literally people's lives, okay? This energy can usher in heavy domestic violence, okay? To the point, you know, where you can have what do you call that type of energy where crimes of passion, okay? That's the type of energy we're in. You guys can see more chaotic things happening in the collective as far as maybe protesting is concerned. And I even want to say, like, real talk, even as far as the craziness that you're hearing, hey Donna, even as far as the craziness that you're hearing in the media right now, okay? So be mindful of that, right? You want to protect your energy for the month of August, okay? The month of August, especially the month of Leo, is going to, let me just mute this. Yeah, the month of August, okay, is going to be predominantly Leo energy. Hey Sam. The month of August is going to be predominant Leo energy. Leo energy is ruled by your solar plexus, and we're gonna get into that. Okay, let me just get my little notes here. We're gonna get into that. All right, I know I got the reading, but I really want you guys to understand what's happening, because if you don't know what's happening, you can get caught up in this energy. Okay. And so Leos are ruled by the sun, okay? And however, when we're dealing with Leo from a standpoint of, I'm thinking about the chakra, the chakra deck, like the chakra type, the cards, right? When we're dealing with Leo energy, we're dealing with the ego and we're dealing with your will, okay? Now, what you need to keep in mind is the solar plexus energy is also fire energy, okay? So we're talking about, if you're collating fire energy, we're talking, that's that Mars, Aries type energy that we're going to be experiencing, okay? Not to mention, Leo wants to shine. Leo's all about ego, or you can go over to your spirit, okay? So really, everybody right now, as far... Okay, here we go. All right, I took off the Wi-Fi off of the phone. Hopefully that should help. Okay, perfect, okay. So what I was saying was, it doesn't really matter what end of the spectrum you're on, okay? Everybody in this collective energy, as the sun is shining in Leo, is going to want their shine, okay? Everybody, okay? So whether that's on the egotistical, narcissist type energy, or whether that's on the, I'm done with the negative shit and I just, it's all about me gaining my wholeness and my life and living my best me. It doesn't matter what aspect that is. Everybody is going to want to be able to shine in whatever areas of their life they are right now. Okay. Now, this is where the volatility comes in, right? Because then you got the Mars energy popping off, because y'all need to pay attention to Mars. Okay, first of all, there's so much shit happening in the collective energy right now. So much shit happening in the collective energy. The bottom line of what I really want you guys to understand is, if you're not being true to yourself and who you are as we are moving through the month of August, right, you will have a more difficult time through this transition as we're transitioning out through the end of the year until about mid-January, okay? August is really for you to get really grounded and stand your ground, okay? So you're going to have to man your fort and hold your fort as we're moving through this energy in August, okay? The one thing that you need to keep in mind in August is, please, 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 please understand that you create your own reality, which means that you don't have to co-sign anybody's shit. You don't have to co-sign anybody's shit in this season, okay? This season is more about self-mastery, okay? And when we say self-mastery, I'm talking about you doing the shadow work. I'm talking about you dealing with your shit, okay? I had to make an apology today because of my spaz out, right? And it's not because me getting upset was not warranted. It was, okay? But the way I did things, it was uncalled for because I know better. And not only do I not know better, Kelly and I just spoke about the same thing yesterday, right? So this is what I'm explaining to you. It just the littlest slight change in something, or the littlest tone in someone's response, or these are going to be the little triggers that you need to pay attention to, okay? Now, what you also need to pay attention to as we're transitioning through this energy is the things that are surfacing up for healing, okay? Listen to me. The things that are surfacing up for you to heal in this season is going to be important for you to face them, all right? Listen to me again. The things that are showing up for you to heal from in this season, it is important for you to face them, okay? It's going to be important for you to do that, all right? Now, this is going to look different for everybody, okay? There's also going to be heavy karmic, there's also going to be heavy karmic, I want to say, unfolding on different levels for different people, okay? And some of you, you're not going to be able to do anything about some of the things that people are going through. You're just not, okay? You're just not, right? But if you are lying to yourself in this season, you're going to have a problem, right? If you are not loving yourself in this season, you're going to have a problem with this energy, okay? And if you're looking outside of yourself for anything in this season, you're going to have problems also, okay? Now, when I started to tap into the energy yesterday, the first card that jumped out was the Shaolin Master, right? And this card is all about being able to be graceful in your movement and in your action. Immediately, they were saying that this is going to be a time of you taking action. There's no more falling back and not doing anything, right? And that does not necessarily mean that it has to do with something physical, that it has to do with something. It could be physical, it could be emotional, it could be mental, okay? You are no longer not to sit back and not take action. That's just not that's just not happening, right? Okay, there has to be some type of movement in this energy. There has to be some type of movement in this energy. And whether it's standing your ground, like I said, some of us, no more passes, right? But there has to be movement. But you don't have to be what's the word, I really want to use bitchy, or a prick, or an asshole. Yes, Kimberly, or nasty. Like, you don't have to do that, right? Because remember, whatever you're doing right now is kind of like you're creating a whirlpool of energy to start circulating back in your life in real time. So please understand that, okay? So however you move right now, right? Cause and effect, aka what we call karma, is coming back in real time. This is not something that you're waiting a really long time to see things happen, okay? Please understand that. You are going to start to see that unfolding in real time, all right? So Be graceful in your movements and in your actions, which means you're gonna have to do some shit. You're gonna have to do some work. You're gonna have to take some responsibility. You're gonna have to make some changes. And tell me, I can sit here and tell y'all real talk. I've been going through that from since this fucking energy started acting up. Well, not acting up, but unfolding in April, like when this or maybe even late March, when this whole V19 thing hit. Okay, when the V19 hit, I knew there was something going on in the spiritual realm, okay? And I have been in unfoldment from since that point. So pay attention to what's been going on with you from since this whole pandemic started. Pay attention, right? Pay attention to what's been unfolding within you spiritually, okay? As well as emotionally, as well as mentally, okay? Yeah. Multiple levels, okay? Now, they also want you to know as we're moving through the month of August that self-love is going to be required, right? And the reason why self-love is going to be required, like I told you, everybody is going to want their shine in this season, right? In Leo season, everybody wants to fucking shine. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be seen. And I'm not talking about you need a big crowd of people. I'm talking about your opinions, your emotions, your feelings, your ideas, your thoughts, okay? That's what Leo does. Leo shines. Leo's the sun. It's energized by the sun. So collectively, we're all under the energy of the sun's influences. So everybody want to be heard right now, okay? So self-love is going to be key because it's everybody want to be heard right now. I'm telling you, some people, especially the Hazels, the Gargamels, the narcissists, the energy vampires, they are not going to be able to embrace what you want to hear, what you want to say, maybe even your ideas or your thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? So please understand that, okay? Self-love is going to be relevant as you are moving through the month of August, okay? And especially for those of us that are going through another deeper level of healing, okay? Now, if you guys are interested in the shadow work, okay, you guys can check out I'll put the information in the description box at the end of the video, okay? I'll put that information in there, but you guys can make a donation. The information is in the description box after the video if you're interested in the shadow classes happening on Wednesdays, okay? Now, in the shadow class, we go into great details of how you can do all of the stuff that's happening, how you can unfold within this energy that's going on right now, okay? The second card that jumped out was selling out. Now, I always got to refer back to numbers, right? Because everything is a vibration, right? Self-love is 24, which reduces down to 6. 6 is bringing things into balance, okay? The number 6 represents balance, okay? When you put triple six together and you get 6666, we're talking about 6 neutrons, 6 carbons, and 6 electrons, if I'm not mistaken, which is the makeup of man. So you're literally talking about the makeup of self. This is why I told you guys, if you want to understand that concept a little bit, you can go watch Altered Carbon, because Altered Carbon, right, is literally telling you, okay, about how you are transmuted or how your consciousness can be snatched from you, okay? Now, this card right here, the selling out card right here, the number 1 card, this is a representation that life right now is unfolding and you feel sometimes like you're being pulled in many different directions, right? But the question that you're going to be asked in this energy is, are you going to operate with integrity or are you going to operate in fear? Are you going to operate in integrity or are you going to operate in fear? The way for you to be able to get there is to operate in integrity and in self-love. You're going to have to stand your ground. You're going to have to stand your ground. There's some things that you're going to have to get over, okay? Now, I told y'all harmony was going to be important. This is another one of the cards that came out, right? And for some people, you may feel like you're being set back, but you're really being set up, okay? All right? Yes, I did. I sure did. I did. I did. I did. I saw that. And also, if you watch Motherland Fort Salem, I think that's on Hulu, if I'm not mistaken. Motherland Fort Salem. That one is very, very powerful because that one explains to you the vibration of sound, okay? Listen, y'all, all of this, what I'm telling you right now, okay, let me just explain to y'all what's going on right here. Okay. I don't care what astrologers are saying. I gotta be honest, as far as when it comes to um, us being or approaching the Aquarian age. Okay, because some astrologers say that we are not in the Aquarian age yet. We're on the cusp of the Aquarian age, right? Some say we have a few more years to get to the Aquarian age. But what I'm telling y'all, I'm hearing from Spirit is we are in the beginning of the Aquarian age. Okay, we are in the beginning of the Aquarian age. There is no we get in there. We are there. That is what Spirit has been telling me for a while now. That is why you guys are feeling the heavy change. That is why you're feeling the awareness that you want to be who you truly are. That is why you're feeling the awareness of everything wanting to come into balance. Okay, now for some people it may feel like instead of things progressing, you're going backwards, right? This month, you see, this month is a setup. This month is a setup because this month is going to lead you into grounding yourself for how you're going to move for your next cycle. Okay, so you need to be paying attention to that. This month, what you're going to find, if you are open to it, is going to bring you in a place of order and structure. Now, when it comes to order and structure, you also got to pay attention to what fucking Saturn is doing right now. And then on top of that, let me just say this, okay? Once this Lion Gate energy pops off, fucking Uranus goes into retrograde, okay? Let me tell y'all something right now. If you got, hey, Heem, how are you, sweetie? Uranus is the one of the highest octave planets within our solar, within our solar system, okay? So, or within your solar system, okay? Uranus's energy is responsible for you being able to stay on your path, whatever contract or whatever soul contract you signed to get here, right? Uranus is the one that helps execute you through, okay, that energy. Now, whenever a planet goes retrograde, this is always the best way for you to go internally to find out what's going on with you, okay? Meditation, 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 meditation. I can't keep saying it enough, is going to be key as we are shifting through this energy. And I like to just break down the myth of meditation right now, okay? Meditation does not always mean that you got to be sitting like this, okay? This handstand is for a particular type of energy to come in and for you to receive particular downloads. This handstand also is for a particular download. So when you in church and you're doing this, guess what? You are using some form of yoga or yogi or Buddhism or whatever you want to call it. This is some form, right, of non-Christian bringing in divinity. Okay, I want you guys to understand this. Okay, this is not about getting caught up in religion right now, especially for the next month. For the next month, as we're shifting through August, right? You're gonna have to know that you know that you know that you know that you know where you stand with your spirituality, where you want to go financially, where you want to go emotionally. This is a time for you to get into that aspects of things, okay? And let me just say this right now: my channel is changing. I'm just not dealing with a lot of the lower vibrational explanation of things anymore. Okay, so if you were not seeking some of my content, you're just not gonna like some of the content. Okay, this is not a game anymore, and if you were paying attention to what's going on in the world, you can see what's unfolding before you. It's not a game. You have the power to create your own reality, but if you don't know how you're stuck and how you're dumbed down and based on what you've been taught, based on what you've been believing, right, you can get caught up in this spin. All right. So it's important for you to know that you got power. And part of your power is fucking meditation. Part of your power is using your imagination, your third eye. How you see a thing is going to be very important in this season. How you speak a thing into existence is always also going to be important. Okay. Bottom lines is you casting spells all day, every day, or you receiving you buying into someone's spells all day. And I'm talking about spelling words. Okay. So watch what you agree with for the month of August in particular, right? Because remember, everybody's shining. Everybody is shining, right? We are always creating sacred geometry based on space. So whoever you're sharing your space with, even if it's your mental space, your physical space, you are creating a reality, okay? Kimberly says she's paying attention. You're creating a reality. The reality that you need to focus on is harmony. Bring your masculine and your feminine end into balance, aka your logical and your emotional end, okay? Aka intent, right? The womb, and then taking action, okay? You're gonna have to bring all of that stuff into balance, all right? Now, they're saying some of you have been sacrificing for a really long time, or some of you may have more sacrifices to make. Some of you may not be able to hang out with the same people that you've been hanging out with this month. Some of you may not be able to entertain conversations that you normally do, right? Some of you may not even be able to turn on the news just to get the weather like you do, right? Some of you may not even be able to listen to certain type of music anymore, right? Like this shit is getting real, okay? Now, let me just tell y'all something right now, okay? I gotta be honest with y'all. Can somebody just let me know when it's 3:30? Because I got a class to teach at 3:30 and I do not want to keep them waiting. Um, Let me just tell y'all something right now, right? Like, and this is real talk. Y'all think y'all seeing crazy? Y'all haven't seen crazy yet. This shit is about to pop off and get a lot more crazier. And let me just say this too. There's another wave of the purge coming. And this is not to scare nobody, right? This is why you need to know who you are. Because if you know that 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 you know who you are, you can rise above all of this shit. I'm telling y'all, it's a vibrational thing, okay? So it's not to say that there is not things out here in the atmosphere that you have to okay, let me reel this back in and say this differently. Okay. I remember, I think, was it this winter? I yelled at my son this past winter, right? Because who was he talking to? I don't know if he was talking to his brother. What he was talking, no, I'm lying. He was talking to one of his friends on the phone. And although he was joking, he mentioned something about his throat hurting. Oh no, dude, I can't do that because my throat hurt. His throat was hurting. And I remember yelling at him and telling him, you don't do that, Zacharias, because you don't do that. When you speak something into existence, you're creating that experience to happen. Do y'all not know 2 days later the boy had a sore throat? 2 days later? 2 days later. So the point I'm trying to make is pay attention to what spaces, what geometry, what shapes you're making in your mind and what you're buying into in this season. Right? Your body creates whole new cells every 7 days. Every year you got new body cells. Every year your whole system is renewed and revived. Right? Every year. Right? Every year. Every year. There you go. Yep. Yep. Spill my, yeah. Yes, Kimberly. I'm telling you guys right now. So, for the month of August, please pay attention to what spells, aka words, conversation, thoughts you're buying into, okay? And I already told you, a lot of the shit that you read and a lot of the words that you read in the English dialect is dumbed down to keep you locked, okay? This shit is fucking sacred geometry. It's dumbed down to keep you locked. Please understand that. Go in the dictionary sometimes and just look up what some of these words mean. This is why I told y'all they came through months ago and told you that this is the season to be speaking in your archaic language. If you can get out of the English dialect and you can tap into your archaic language or your spiritual language, tongues, light language, I don't, whatever you want to call it, Bible, whatever you want to call that shit, right? You need to try to get as close to the essence of your archaic language as possible. That is a vibration. When you tap into that part of your archaic language, your tongue is hitting the top of your mouth. Okay, and you are literally putting out frequencies and vibration, right? That you do not put out when you are speaking English. Y'all notice when you speak English, your tongue very rarely hits the top of your roof of your mouth. Do y'all notice that? Like your tongue very rarely hits the roof of your mouth. That's where all the vibration happens. If you run your tongue against the roof of your mouth, you can feel in the ridges. Okay? Okay, come on now. Thank you. Okay. And let me just tell you something. Samantha, you can find by the same author, you can find The Game of Life and how to play it on it's on audiobooks on YouTube. That's another powerful one. The Power of the Spoken Word. If you got, I recommended that book. Right? Let me tell you something. Get out of the religious factor. Okay? Let me just break you down some stuff right now. All right? Yes. And Sam, that is important because that's the shift that we're going through right now, the snatching of the consciousness. So there's another wave of transition coming, right? And what you're going to see is people already acting like fucking robots. People are already acting like robots. Remember, I told you guys, okay? Whoever does not control what they feel, what they think, okay, and fucking control their emotions, you will be controlled in this season. You will have someone triggering you of how to feel, what to feel, when to feel it, okay, how to react when you feel it, okay. I already told y'all the color coding system is coming in. Somebody texted me something the other day and showed me the color coding system. I can't remember who it was, okay. I can't remember who it was. They're not playing. Remember, this world operates by signs and symbol, okay? Signs and symbol, vibration, okay? Please understand that the world that you live in operates by signs and symbols. You are programmed based on trauma, repetition, okay, or symbols. Let me break this down to you, okay? Trauma, turn on the news right now. You get your trauma, that's how you program. Turn on the news. That's all trauma based right there, honey. So they program in millions, okay? Millions, all right? Symbols. Look at any of the multi-million-dollar labels of corporations here, and you're going to start to see symbols that match the fucking sky and the planetary system. Shit is all over. Shit is all over. Symbols. Look at the churches. Okay? They tell you not to study astrology, but astrology is all over the fucking Bible. Right? All over the Bible. All right? The ancestors are saying, y'all been suffering for too long now. Y'all have to come up. It's time to get up out of that. You know, let me tell y'all something. Not everybody's going to get to the other side. Like, and I gotta be real with y'all. So if y'all think y'all gonna be able to say this shit is not about saving people, it's about you are responsible for your own salvation. The world is not changing because Kamoy saved anybody on this channel, honey. I'm not here to save nobody. And honestly speaking, that is too much fucking huge of a responsibility. I am here to give you guys the information as it comes through spiritually, and then what you do with it is up to you. That's it. I am not nobody's guru. I'm not nobody's God. I'm like, let me tell y'all something. I still be cursing people out when I drive. I still be cursing people out when I drive. My feelings still get hurt. I still got to heal and go through things and evolve. I am not nobody's guru. I am unfolding just like everybody else, okay? Which means I get to create my reality, right? Now that I have this power, I get to create my reality. That's what you need to understand now. That's what you need to understand now. What are you focusing on now that we are being traumatized daily? We're being traumatized. Turn on the news. Hey, Miss T, how are you? Yeah, thank you. I don't even, let me tell y'all something, okay? Turn on the news. You can see you're being programmed with the trauma. Look at the corporations. The symbols are all over, okay? Repetition. Turn on the commercials. What y'all think the commercials are? The commercials on TV also program you. They're repetition. They play these repetitiously. Okay, that's how you're programmed. Mind Control 101. The book is around here somewhere. Mind Control 101. Go get that book. Mind Control 101. It breaks down all the ways that you are controlled. Okay? This is not a joke. This card right here, this is the Chariot card in the original deck. This is the ancestors coming through. This is that balance, okay? Let me just say something too. Okay. When you pray, dear God, dear Allah, you know, you got your bees, Buddha, okay? Please understand that you are channeling a fucking energy or AKA a spirit. Please understand that, okay? So when I talk about the ancestors and I talk about other entities and shit, don't think that if you praying and you calling out to God, Allah, please don't think that you're not channeling an energy, because that's what the fuck she doing. Understand that, right? So if you can channel God and if you can channel Allah, why can't you channel other energies out here that he is here to help support and guide you? Why can't you channel your higher self? Why you can't channel your highest self? Let me tell y'all something. Last week, not even last week, this week, I got some news. I got some bad news this week. Well, maybe not bad, because sometimes you see, watch your words, right? I got some news that made me feel overwhelmed, because I'm human, right? Yes, you can channel your higher self. The news came and I got the email, and I just felt overwhelmed. I felt overwhelmed, okay? Um, yeah, clear. We got to do that. Like, and immediately, instead of jumping into, oh wow, what am I gonna do, why me, okay, I immediately went to the universe, aka my higher self, and I said, okay, come on with this, universe, you're gonna have to come through big, and you're gonna have to come through in a big way. You'll be seeing what I be doing. You be seeing what I be doing. So you can't tell me that mofo over there, and you have mofo doing this, and mofo's getting this, and mofo's being set up over here, and these mofos not doing shit, right? But me, who's on my work, that's working on my shit, oh no, you finna fix all this shit. No, 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 no. Hey, Jay, sweetie, how are you? You fit in to fix all of this shit. No, 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 no. No, You gonna have to fix this. Cause I see people that's fucking grimy as hell getting over. Grimy as hell. So what we not finna do, universe? No, this right here, you need to fix this. You need to fix this. This is what you have to start doing. You have to start walking in your power and speaking that shit into existence. And then when I'm done speaking in my English dialect, although I know that, you can dumb yourself down, then I get up in my light language and I start talking to my ancestors. Yes, I do. I do. Y'all been talking about power. Y'all been talking about coming through. Y'all been talking about change. Well, okay. I see where I need improvement. I see over here I need to grow up over here. Okay, I see that. Now I'm ready. So what y'all finna do? I see that. Now I'm ready. So what you finna do? Because what you can't do, if you want me to continue doing what I'm doing, yeah, I need to be set up. Y'all have to understand that's the type of power we have. Yeah, I need to be set up, and I need to be set up in a big way. And I'm not just talking, this is not understand, this does not only work on the physical realm. I'm talking about coming into wholeness physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay? And then, let me say this first. The way to wholeness first has to be spiritually within you. You're not finding or getting anything that you are externally seeking. Anything or anyone that you are externally seeking to make you feel whole or make you feel full, especially in this fucking Leo season, you're going to be disappointed. I'm telling you right now, because everybody want to shine. Everybody wants to shine right now, okay? You either want people to celebrate in your ideas, right? Or celebrate in your love, or assist you in your healing. You understand? Or protected. Yeah, thank you, only. Everybody right now, and because I told y'all this a couple of weeks ago. Once we get to September, right? Once we get to September, hey Latasha, sweetie, how are you? Once we get to September, okay. Right? Shit is gonna get crazy. Once we get to around election season, y'all gonna think, what the fuck? Once we get to election season, what the fuck? Like, and you know what's weird? Only because I really, even sitting here, hey Lynette, hey Lorraine, um, even sitting here right now, I feel there is going to be a huge amount of grief within the next coming months. Huge amount of grief. Huge amount of grief. Okay? Um, I've made predictions behind the scenes that some of you are not privy to, and some of those predictions are already starting to come in. I know only has made predictions too, because we talked about some of these natural disasters that Spirit told us was coming in, and these disasters they're documented. They happen in real time. They happen in real time. Somebody sent me something about, I can't remember which one of these countries had a tsunami. I don't remember, but we talked about all of this stuff. So please understand, the earth also, okay, this, the, even if you want to call it the space that we dwell in, the space that we dwell in also is also expanding on and unfolding. So anyone that's not about their business right now, you could get caught up in the spin. I almost got caught up in the spin this morning. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Be vigilant. Be very, very vigilant. Okay? Be very vigilant. So I got the message, you know, and I told you guys I felt disappointed. I felt like, you know, universe, okay, you know, that's where you're going to have to go. Even if you see things unfolded, maybe not the way you think it should, the universe has a way of coming in. And I'm telling y'all, and Kelly had to remind me of this. She said, from the time I met you, everything that you have wanted to manifest happens, but it happens in accelerated mode. So don't get disappointed because this didn't happen the way you think. You know, just remember you're being set up. And I gotta say also, I told y'all months ago, keep your circle tight. So you're gonna need your circle in this season. If you got a team of people, right, you're going to need your team in this season, all right? And I'm not just talking because you're going to feel down or anything. I'm just talking about for that support to keep you encouraged, okay? This don't have to be about you feeling down or depressed. This can just be about you having a cheerleader or a support system, somebody that you can go to and talk about your ideas with getting that shit shut down, somebody that you can go and speak to about how you feel without being judged. That's what I'm talking about in this season, okay? Others, other shit is gonna be coming out of the closet. Okay, you need to be mindful of that. Okay, other shit is gonna be coming out of the closet. So people that you think you know, you may want to, but if you feel the energy is off with anyone that you're close to right now, okay, and you've been feeling some type of, yes, Kimberly, and you've been feeling some type of strangeness between the energy, be prepared for the truth to come out. Okay, truth is not going to be truth is not going to be something that's lacking for the next 6 months. Okay, the truth is going to be very clear, honey. Okay, all right. Truth is going to be very clear the next 6 months. Be mindful of that. Okay, very, very clear. All right. So the ancestors are saying, right, this Chariot card, like I said, is about balance. Okay, the ancestors are saying harmony is going to be required. Financial and material changes are happening. Yeah, you've had to make some sacrifice, so now it's time for things to come into balance. Okay, now this is what they want y'all to know, though. This is important, because when these cards jumped out, and mind you, all of these cards on the table are jumping cards. Okay, all of these cards jumped out the deck. Okay, they want you to be mindful of this right here. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? That's pride. Thank you, Miss T. That's pride. But do y'all see this? And we dealing with this. I told y'all, we doing these shadow classes. Y'all see this? This is what you show to the world, right? But sometimes this is what you don't want the world to see, or this is what you're not embracing, right? You don't have to get rid of that in this season. Ain't no room for that. Right? Thank you. Ain't no room for that. Thank you, only. Ain't no room for that. Yeah, no room for that. Okay. Y'all wands are going to be going out in the next 2 weeks also, guys. Okay. Next 2 weeks, you can look out for your wands. I just had to get my babies settled. My babies are back today. My vacation is over, y'all. Officially over, okay? My son texts me, and I know I'm sidebarring here. My son texted me yesterday to request what he wanted to eat for dinner today. He didn't even get off the plane yet. He already wanted, you know. Pride has to go. All right. So let me show you how this can play out, right? Which means if you need help with something, right, and you were too prideful to ask, this is a season for you to work on that, right? If you need to talk about something, or you need to vent about something, okay? Thank you, Kalia. If you need to talk or vent about something, this is not the season to shrink back, okay? That's pride also, all right? So this is a season to deal with things as they arise. All right. You will know that you need healing based on what keeps coming back. All right. So let me give you an example. If you are just having a conversation with someone and y'all are just jokingly going back and forth, and they just mention a word in a sentence, jokingly about you. They just mention a word and you take it highly offended, and you are highly offended of this word, right? Or what they said. That might be a place within you that needs healing. That might be a place within you that you need to revisit. That might be a wound in you that still needs, to be checked. Okay? So, who's the common denominator in situations? You need to pay attention to that. If you have people keep telling you the same thing, right? If you have different people keep telling you the same thing about yourself, guess what? That's not a them problem. That's a you problem. Okay? If you have multiple people telling you the same thing about you, whether it's positive or negative, right? You are the common denominator in that. So please understand that. All right? And these are the things that you're looking for as we're transitioning through August. All right? What shit are you the common denominator on or in that you need to either embrace and look at so you can elevate and go to the next level? Or what are you the common denominator on that you need to release, heal, so you can go to the next level? That's what Leo season is going to help you with if you don't get in your ego. If you don't get in your ego. Okay? Yes, KK? I'm sorry. My niece just texted me. Okay, so KK? She come back. Okay. The next one is 11. Okay. 11. Take your mask off. And let me just tell you again. 11 equals 2. We're still talking about duality. KK! Oh, hold on. What she sent me. I don't know. I don't know. She was trying to text me. I don't know what that's about. 11 equals 2, which is duality, right? 2 is also balance and harmony. But even if you look at 1, we're still talking about left brain, right brain. We're still talking about masculine, feminine. We're still talking about yin, yang. We're still talking about wound. We're still talking about womb versus the intent, or sperm versus womb, okay? No matter how you flip this, I want you guys to understand when you see the symbol 2 or 11, I want you guys to understand the meanings behind of these things, okay? Take off your mask. This is meaning bring things into balance, okay? Embrace yourself. Embrace yourself. Embrace yourself. If you know that you are impatient when it comes to certain things, acknowledge that. That's something that you can once you acknowledge it, change can come in. Whatever you deny or you don't acknowledge, nothing can change from that. Okay? Take your mask off. Be honest with, if you don't be honest with nobody else, honey, be honest with yourself. If you are not honest with anybody else in this season, it is important for you to be honest with yourself. Okay? That's going to be key. That's going to be key. Right? You don't have to take off these masks. And some of you, let me just say this. Some of you will be seeing people in this season with the pride and with the mask on. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Some of y'all going to be seeing this in real time. You're going to be seeing people's masks fall off in real time in this month. Okay? These planets are doing something new, honey. So you're going to be seeing people's masks fall off in real time in this month. Okay? Now, they also want you to pay attention to your dreams. Okay? Oh, it's already begun. Only said it's already begun. Okay? They want you to pay attention to your dreams. Okay? For some of you, this is literally your dream world. Okay? And for some of you, this is maybe dreams or goals that you've put on the side that you may need to dust off and start doing again. Okay? So, be mindful of that. All right? Now, I also want to say this. It's also going to be important for you to make a decision right now, right? To pay attention to the illusion as it unfolds. because you can see illusions in front of you if you're doing the work. Okay. And when I say illusions, I'm talking about manipulations from people that you know and love. You can see when somebody's coming in and they're trying to manipulate you. You can see that. You know what manipulation feels like. You know when someone's trying to push off their stress or their fear on you. You know what that feels like, right? You know when somebody's trying to gaslight you. If you've been through that shit enough, come on now. You know when somebody's trying to gaslight you. And let me just say something. The people that be trying to gaslight you is not always strangers or lovers. Sometimes they could be family member and children. Okay? And I might add, sometimes you could be the gaslighter. Like own your shit. If you don't want gaslighting people, own that shit. Yes, love bombing. Yep. Okay. All right. So literally pay attention to your dreams and your intuition, and allow yourself to be guided. That's the most important thing throughout this month, is allow yourself to be guided. Okay, that's going to be important. All right. Now, I do want to remind you guys. So the full moon meditation in Aquarius is coming up on Monday. All right. You will be able to find that information in any of the videos that I post daily. All right. So that's coming up on Monday. I will break down that energy, and I will break down how you can utilize that energy. Okay. Yep. only said access denied. I will break down the energy. I will break down exactly what you need to know as we're transiting through this do y'all understand? This is a big transition here, this Aquarius full moon. Okay, so astrologically, it's the big transition in. Spiritually, it's also a big transition. So I would explain and break that down in a meditation. And I want to say what's been coming through as far as what they've been saying that's going to be popping off in this meditation. What they're going to be handing out as far as energy is concerned is strength. It feels more like a strength field, giving people the strength that they need to push forward. Okay, so I'm excited about that shit, because I need that strength. Okay, I am that strength. All right. So I'm excited about that. So if you're interested in the meditation, make your donation. Make sure you include your email address so you can receive the private link. And also the information for different time zone. Okay. Really, Kimberly? Because I set it for 6 p.m. This one is not a 3 p.m. one. I said it, this Monday's meditation is for 6 p.m. It's not the normal 3 p.m. like I usually do. Hold on. This is not the normal it's not the normal 6 p.m. like I usually do. So if you guys are interested, you can definitely make your donations. I think I told you guys Patreon is up and running, so you can look out for the ancestors polls will be on Patreon. Okay. I'm Master Lee, and today. If I can be honest with you, I don't know. Like only I don't know if I'm going to do one. I think maybe just the covenant. I probably should do one. But I don't know if I'm going to do one for the Lionsgate. I think I'm just going to put out the message, and then just for the covenant, because we have stuff to do, I'll do stuff there. But yeah, because that's too much energy, and I don't feel like I want to be sitting in the collective energy for Lionsgate. I don't want to be sitting in collective energy. I don't. So we'll do something for the covenant, and then I want to receive all of that. Usually I give out. This time I want to. I don't want to sit in the collective. So my lovelies, if you guys are interested in any of my classes, the next class coming up is going to be how to trust your intuition and communicate with the spiritual realm and your guides and ancestors. Can I just tell y'all something? Y'all gonna need that information in these times that we're going in, okay? Has Lionsgate put out any films lately? Does anybody know if Lionsgate has put out any films lately? You can find the information for the donation in the description box below. I just added it. Pay attention for anything coming out by Lionsgate within the next, I want to say 2 years, okay? If you're on your self-mastery path, they're going to be putting in a lot of hidden messages, okay? The symbols that we talked about. So you want to pay attention to movies coming out of the Lionsgate, especially any movies coming out of Lionsgate for this year. I don't know if anybody knows any movies coming out by Lionsgate. Anything sponsored or, put out by Lionsgate. Okay, we need to pay attention to. Before I jump off, also, check out Motherland Fort Salem. Okay, that has a lot to do with sound and vibration and how you can use. Let me tell you, that shit is packed with mysteries, and I think that's on Hulu. Okay. Check out what's the other one? Cursed on Netflix is a really good one too. All right. All of these are just telling you secret. Yeah. Yep. Motherland, Fort Salem, and Cursed. That's a really good one too. American Underdog is okay. Just that title alone, I could dissect that shit. Okay. Yep. Curses on Netflix. Also, I want you, if you can do the Mandela Effect, I think it's on Hulu. There's a movie called The Mandela Effect. I think it's on Hulu. If not Hulu, maybe Amazon Prime. It's definitely not Netflix, and it's not Sling TV. So it's either Hulu or Amazon Prime, and it's called The Mandela Effect. It's a movie. I think they did a really, really good job at breaking down, some of the things that's happening in real time in a movie concept, okay? And if you pay attention close enough, it's actually showing you how your mind is literally either expanding, or crashing, so you guys can check that one out also, okay? What else? If you have not looked at Altered Carbon yet, you need to, because that's how they're telling you they're going to snatch your consciousness, okay? And let me just tell you, your consciousness is being snatched by you not being able to think for yourself. So if you're too tapped in where you're not tapping into self, right, your consciousness is being snapped. So if you're not able to hear your own voice or make your own internal decision, and not really, if you need always an external source outside of you to validate or verify, right, there's more work for you to do. And I can just say this too, even when you read tarot or you listen to messages, they really should be to confirm what you already feeling. This shit should not be for you to live your life just based on what I say or another reader says. That's not how you do. And really, everybody should have a deck of their own cards if you into tarot, and practice, reading your own energy, even if you're not doing it for anybody else. I'm just saying, it's just another way of divination, just like how you pray. I keep telling y'all, just like how you can do this and talk to God or a higher source, I can do this and talk to a higher source too, okay? Same means of different portals, but they work the same way. Okay, different portals, okay? This is visual. This is symbolic, right? Right? This is also symbolic too, but that's repetition. You go into repetition and you're praying. I'm using symbolism, okay? So, oh my gosh. Yes, Samantha. Oh my goodness. Kimberly, you were on it. And I think I said that before. You got to look up I was having a conversation with somebody about that the other day. Not understanding about all of the sacred geometry in the sky. There are these planes that just pop out of anywhere. Does anybody else notice that where you are? And I know they said that they're like the chemtrails planes, but these planes just pop out of anywhere. They just pop up. All of a sudden you look up and you see, this plane comes out of anywhere, right? And then you see the plane going up with the smoke. But where did it come from? Okay. All right, only. Okay, see? Yeah. They just pop up. All of the other planes, the commercial planes that see, you guys could just, you can see them flying, you can see them moving. But these particular planes that create the sacred geometric, I don't see them. They just show up. I swear, that's how they look. Because I stay looking in the sky, right? I stay looking in the sky. That's why you guys see all of my daily vibration pictures where you see nature. Those are my pictures that I take. Okay? No, you don't even hear them coming. And only I don't even know if you pay attention to where you are, right? Yep. I don't even know if you pay attention to where you are. Like, I don't know if you can see the symbols. Like, it's literally like polygons, hexagrams and shit that they be putting up there. I say, I say they're trying to I told y'all, like, that's a grid. I told y'all I feel like that is a grid. That is a electric magnetical grid. Yep. And I feel like that is doing something for the grid. So even the chemtrails, I think the effects of the chemtrail is just one dynamic of why they do that. But I think it also has a connection to some type of electrical magnetic grid in the sky. Yeah. I don't think they're just spraying us only. Okay, I think it has something to do with that grid and how energy comes through that grid. Yeah. Kimberly, you're right. That's self mastery, Kimberly. Because when you understand everything is an illusion, you can start to break down illusions within self. And when you break down illusions within yourself, that's really where self-mastery comes in, because you don't need anyone outside of yourself to tell you what can and can't happen for you. Right? Yep. Yep. And you know what I found myself doing a lot? Only, oh, you're not lying about that. You know what I find myself doing a lot too is even when I'm driving, and I've been doing this for a while, not even knowing that essentially when I started doing it, I find myself doing a lot of hand symbology when I'm driving. Like just put my hand on the window, and I find myself as I'm driving, I'm making symbols with my hands. Okay. Yeah. Speaking. Queen J says tons coming out this year. There are lots of beautiful things transpiring if you're open to them, but the beautiful things first transpiring internally. Okay, everything externally is a projection of what's going on internally. That's why I've had to ask myself this summer, what the fuck was I manifesting? Like, let's go redo some shit. Oh no, oh no, I didn't know. Oh no, I don't think I want that deal. Let me go. Which has now led me to a place of a deeper level of healing that I may not have even known existed if I did not manifest something that was not perfectly the way I wanted to. Okay. Can somebody put how Lorraine wants to know how she can donate? Can one of the moderators put that up for me, please? Let me say this to you guys also. I'm gonna give you guys some dates. Thank you, only. I'm gonna give you guys some dates. If you can circle these dates down on the calendar. I have not looked at. Y'all know how this happens. I don't look at the dates, but I'm gonna tell you. It's yeah, and I picked each one specially, so you guys know that, right? I picked each of your ones particularly for you. Okay. September 19th, 2020. Okay, so that's 9/19/2020. And then you got 9/21/21, so that's 9/21/21. Okay, so you got September 19th, 2020, and then you got September 21 21. Okay, 1/21/21 is going to be important too, so you need to pay attention to that. 2/21/21 is also going to be important. Okay, 1/21/21 and 2/21/21 is going to be important. Okay, September 8th, for somebody on here, you need to pay attention to September 8th. Somebody got something going on with their back, or someone that has something going on with their back. I don't even know if this is like back surgery, or maybe even this may not even be surgery, but maybe like lower back pain, right? um Lower back pain, if they work on forgiveness and releasing, right? Lower back pain is root chakra energy. Okay, root chakra energy. is what grounds you. That's where your fear lies. Okay. Um, this is also where security and stability and courage lies. Okay. So if you're having lower back pain, you may need to work on your some of anger, maybe not releasing anger and holding on to unforgiveness. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. This now, Miss T, this definitely feels chakra related, right? So what you can also do, Miss T, because you can also bring your body back into alignment with itself. You can have your body start to come back into alignment with itself with the sound bowls, Miss T. So if you're doing sound bowls, that's going to be musical note C, the C note. Okay, sound bowls. If you're doing sound bowls, that's going to be the C note. All right, that can definitely help with some of that energy. Okay. Sacred geometry holds the pattern, or you could say sacred geometry holds the DNA in which things unfold. That's the best way I can put it. Right. I don't remember the gentleman's name. But if you Google, there's a scientist that talked about the snowflakes. Like if I'm speaking to the snowflakes or programming your water or something, like I can't remember the scientist's name. But if you can look up I think it's programming snowflakes or something like that. I can't remember what it is. That would kind of give you along the lines, Angela, of how this works. Everything is space, right? There's nothing but empty space, and we fill it with energy, right? So you can say sacred geometry. It would be the energy in which we give attention to within the space, right? So perfect example of that would be when the sperm will be considered the symbols, right? And the womb or the egg will be considered the space, right? So when they both come together, they birth a child. So that's not just from the concept of thank you, only that's not just from the concept, y'all, of creating a physical child, but this is also from a concept of how things are birthed into this physical realm. So you have the emptiness of the womb, which is space, right? The vastness of your imagination, right? Which is fueled by thought or intention, your feelings, okay? And once you give your feelings to your heart, to your womb, right? Or you go internally with that, then you project or you birth outwardly what's going on internally. So it's the same concept. So sacred geometry is literally filling space, empty space, right? um, with symbols, and the symbols could be pictures. They can be tones. Okay, everything, and then we can really say filling them with symbols or AKA vibrations, right? Which is really just pulses of electrons. Okay, and guess what? You are an electrical being, so which means that you're the one that's fueling everything. You're the spark. You are the live living spark that induces life or creation through what you give your spark or your intention to, right? So just I don't know if I'm making sense to you guys, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So basically, your mind is a womb. It's an openness. It's a vastness. And anything you sit and give to your mind, you now put into your womb. Yes, you are the conductor. Yes, okay? So which means if you go in and you sit and you think about how angry you are, how hurt you are, you're going to then birth or produce more experiences where you can get more anger coming in, or you can get more hurt feelings coming in. So this is why you want to fuse your space, or your intention should always be an outcome that you truly desire to experience on a more higher level, right? Now I want to say there the goal you should get to is that there shouldn't be a good or bad. There should only be experiences, because once you become the master alchemist of self, you understand that everything you went through you can use. There's nothing ever wasted. Okay, so and then so when you come up upon something that maybe appeared evil or bad to other people, you are then able to take that lesson from that situation and transmute it and make it work for you, right? So when you're a true alchemist, or you're truly awakened, you understand that you don't have to get stuck in any particular situation or space. Okay, there may be a process as to how long it takes you to jump from one space to a next physically, but the first thing that you got to do is jump there first, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Okay, that's the first jump that you need to make and change, is emotionally and spiritually. Okay, that's it. And then once you start to do that, the universe then starts to link up synchronicities, experiences, and people to come into your life to produce that in which you truly are working towards. Okay. So remember, okay, if you're coming in late, I got to jump off because I got to go teach my 13-week class now. Okay, but I want you guys to do the playback. If you came in late, there's a message there from the ancestors about what to expect with this Lion's Gate energy, or I keep hearing also the Ninth Gate energy. Okay, where you need to be standing, okay, how you need to move, right, and how you need to check yourself. So you guys can do playback if you did not catch the reading from the beginning. All right. I'm gonna be honest with you here right now. Not only is solar plexus energy popping this month, also you got heavy sacral chakra energy. That's above the belly button and below the belly button, right? Those two chakras are fucking important, because along with the root chakra, they're your lowest chakras, and they, if you don't bring those three lowest chakras into balance, they will fucking run and control your life, and that will be filled with fear, anxiety, disappointment. Okay, you got to bring those into balance. So heavy solar plexus energy, which is your ego versus your will. That's why they told you to watch your pride, as well as heavy sacral chakra energy, which has to do with emotions, relationships, and the changes that needs to happen within those relationships. Okay. Thank you. Let me also just tell you guys to pay it forward Fridays. We'll be back next Friday. All right. So you need to set your notification buttons. Okay. You know, on Paid Forward Fridays, how we do. I do live readings on Paid Forward Fridays, as well as we will be diving into spiritual conversations and relationship chronicles. Okay. All right. So I appreciate each and every one of you, my lovelies. All right. I am going to be back definitely next Friday if you guys do not see me during the week. Okay. Daily Vibrations is not going to be up tomorrow, but they'll be back on Monday. Okay. I need a day to myself, y'all. So yeah. So Sundays is a day that I opt not to do videos, so you will not be seeing any videos on Sunday, but y'all will see me back on Monday, and definitely for Paid Forward Friday next week. Okay. So set the notification button, guys. Enjoy your day. I'm gonna see the rest of you in class. Okay. Bye, my lovelies. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Bye.